NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss day one of
Ticker.
the Launchpad, the chaos it caused on the timeline. Nick may even launch a token live on stream to claim his airdrop. We're going to talk about the bull market returning as stocks get back to pre-liberation day levels. Interesting to see that. And we're going to talk about some big announcements today from Tether and MicroStrategies. GM, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like, give us a comment, give us a retweet, give us a bookmark, show us some love on the Twitter side. Love to see your comments on this Friday. Comment in on YouTube as well. We'll go through some of them during the show. I'm joined this morning by Choose Rich, Nick, and Kix. Kix, how you feeling this morning? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing pretty solid, not gonna lie.
I thought we were good. Literally on the verge of stabbing Ray for not sharing the ticker. Ray, we're now live on the air. You can talk about it. What's the ticker?
So if you really want to make Nick upset, here's what you do. You get into the green room of the show and you say, hey, there's a new meme stock. There's a new interesting play. And then you just don't tell him the information. And he gets really upset for a while. And then he eventually is just going to it's going to build to a level where he just gets so mad that he's just going to yell at me for the next 5 minutes.
I'm not yelling.
Okay.
I'm just saying, well, why are you still holding back? What is going on here? And now this is a power play.
Okay. Here's what we got for you, Nick. I mentioned there's a new meme ticker. I didn't think it was going to be like a giant to do, but we saw an announcement coming out of Freight Technologies that they are now going to be stockpiling the Trump token. So the publicly traded Freight Technologies is creating a Trump token stockpile. FRGT is the ticker. It's up 3x in pre-market trading. It is a $2.2 million market cap.
So there was a ticker. Kix can vouch for this. Ray said it doesn't even matter anyways because they're not going live anytime soon.
It's pre-market trading. You can't buy it right now.
You can buy pre-market.
Yes, you can buy pre-market.
Who is this guy? Has he ever traded a stock before?
All right. Up 3x in pre-market trading. Hasn't moved since I mentioned it to you.
But are they buying? They're buying Trump token.
Yeah, they're buying Trump token.
That's a wild position.
Dude, Freight Technologies must not be doing good right now.
This was the most innovative. They were like, we need to be bailed out.
Freight Technologies secures up to $20 million to build an official Trump token treasury, making it one of the first public companies to adopt Trump as a key digital asset. Like I say,
so
one of the
total the total market cap of this company is $2 million.
Yes.
That is a crazy situation. Although it's up 3x right now, so that would make it 6 million.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know if they're taking into account pre-market for market cap.
6 or 7 million.
Did they just go to a bank and secure $20 million of debt? Yeah, we need this for Freight Technologies. Here's our business plan. They get the money in the bank out. Cool. We're gonna buy Trump token now. Make a treasury.
They don't even have their balance sheet, their total assets, cash and short-term investments. Any guesses? $200,000. This is less cash than.
What did their stock even do in 2018 though?
2018, yeah. IPO within a couple of weeks, boom. So was this 2017?
Here's the thing. Is this like a pink sheet? Can you even buy this on E-Trade?
So it's traded on NASDAQ. They're probably getting warnings for
but how did they not get a warning 2 years ago?
I guess what this is a play for is they're about to become top holder of Trump token so they can meet Trump at the dinner. That's they're banking. They're literally, this is a public company based on someone having the opportunity to go to dinner with Trump.
I would need a tax write-off. Let's just take out 20 mil.
Dude, it's that's funny.
3.2x on the in pre-market trade.
Where did they raise this money from? Because I would like to go raise some capital. Actually, if money is flowing this freely, they got $20 million. That is a hell of a win for them. I still probably can't share my screen. Let's see. Browser can't access. How do I enable this on Mac? Are you on their website right now? Go to their website, dude.
I'm looking at a press release here.
Check out their website. How much did they raise?
$20
through a
million.
facility of up to $20 million with institutional investors.
Yeah.
Convertible notes.
Does that mean it converts into stock?
I guess so.
In the short term,
Shit.
there's people definitely dumb enough that'll be like, they're buying $20 million of this token, but the company's not worth 20 million.
I have to reload Firefox to be able to share my screen. I'll be right back.
We
You're on
believe that the
Firefox?
addition of the official Trump tokens are an
You're
excellent
supposed to
way.
use Firefox while we stream here. That's the browser that we recommend. Otherwise, there's issues that you run into.
I've been using Chrome without a hitch. We believe that the addition of the official Trump tokens are an excellent way to diversify our crypto treasury and also an effective way to advocate for fair, balanced, and free trade between Mexico and the U.S. Freight Technologies.
What's the ticker, dude?
Order FRGT. Ooh, the
So-
Freight app using
Yeah. Are you sharing their website right now?
yeah.
A platform for matching freight and carriers, optimizing it's like Uber for freight.
All right.
Except
So,
I'm assuming that like most people aren't like, all right, guys, I got 3 containers that need to get shipped right now, and I have no plans on how
so
to get this shit.
they're probably like, oh no, nobody's shipping anything. There's tariffs. Let's get into that dinner with Trump and convince him to lift the tariffs. We'll send our best guy in. we'll have him smoosh Trump and just get him to lift the tariffs so that we don't go out of business.
That's an interesting thing. Although their stock is flat over over the past 6 months, the stock's gone from 150 down to $1. So I mean, I guess that's bad, but like it's been relatively volatile. Now it's suddenly trading at the highest it has since 2024. So this is not like a Trump, or sorry,
Kinda
this
looks
is
like
not
the Trump chart.
fair enough.
If you squint, it kind of looks like the Trump chart, peaking in January and then just dipping and dropping ever since.
Dude, their revenue. Hold on, let's see what their
You probably don't
annual-
have any.
No, they have 13 million in annual revenue
Oh wow, that's not.
with a net income of negative 5.6 million.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you also notice in the press release they said they bought the FET token?
Oh, with like the AI play,
Yeah,
acquisition of FET tokens.
What is FET?
Fetty Wap. You know the rapper?
No, it's not Fetty Wap. I think FET's a top 100 token.
AI
AI
Super
token,
Intelligence
$2 billion
Alliance.
market cap. I love it. These guys like launched and they're like in the freight business. I would love to see the meeting, you know, where there's this pitch like, guys, it's not looking good. We got 200K in cash. We got 2 options. We go bankrupt right now. I know a guy on Wall Street that's going to give us a $20 million convertible note. We go buy some fucking Trump token here. Okay. We zig while they zag, dude.
This FET token's like, it's going to be like deprecated. It looks like it's going to turn into ASI or something.
So look at this, Ellie. Spot on. You were lagging like hell yesterday. It might have been Chrome. Exactly. You're supposed to use Firefox. This is actually the standard that we use in production. Ellie, thank you for pointing that out. Thanks for bringing that up, actually. I really appreciate you chiming in there and letting Ray know what the situation is and kind of attacking him for his lack of professionalism.
I did a hard reboot today. Did a system update, updated everything. I think we're good today. I don't think I'm lagging. So
It is recommended that you use Firefox though with StreamYard. That is the
you're
recommended.
you're the one who's recommending it, right?
No, it was based on our history and conversations with the StreamYard team themselves.
StreamYard recommended browser.
Oh, he's fact checking you right now, dude.
Are you
That's
fucking
wild.
serious right now, dude?
StreamYard results. I see Chrome listed before Firefox in their requirements here.
It's propaganda, dude.
Yeah, it's not even alphabetical. Like I think it'd be alphabetical, but Edge is afterwards. So Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Opera. So I'm assuming that's the order that they are preferred. So maybe I'll adjust the documentation internally so we can use Chrome as our preferred StreamYard browser.
The fact that you still use Chrome to me is hilarious. Like that you're not on Brave is wild. How about what's the new browser that it's out right now?
Don't you have issues with Brave like every other day? Like
What do you
with
mean?
compatibility?
What
feel
are you
like
talking about?
I feel like you constantly have issues with Brave. Like when
Do
we're
I?
trying to do something with a wallet or something, like I feel like you're like, oh, I got to go into Chrome.
No, that's because I use different browsers for our business and for my personal. So I use Firefox for the business, Phantom, and MetaMask.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah. So checkmate.
Check and mate. We've got lots.
Don't make me have to destroy kicks again in chess, dude.
No, we're not doing that. We are absolutely not watching you two dirtle around playing chess.
That was an
pretending
awful
the
game.
fact
That was a
got built up
really
so
bad
much, and that
game.
was the level of chess we got to watch. Was just unbelievable.
It was so bad.
That is unbelievable. I leave this book behind me as a reminder not to let you guys play chess. My chess book over there, right there.
What does that book explain to you?
Just openings, theory, stuff like that.
What's your preferred opening, Ray?
I was gonna make a really bad joke, but I'm gonna hold off on that one. Moving on. Kicks.
Well, hold on. What's your preferred opening, Mister? I have a chess book behind me trying to flex on us. Name your opening.
It's the praying mantis. Kicks. Whenever you're ready, take it over
Just
with
making shit up.
weather.
So that book is a joke.
I don't have the weather report because you didn't put me on the call sheet today,
I did.
buddy.
I did.
Don't worry about it, Kicks.
Send it in the chat.
I'll take care of it. Let's get the weather report music.
I'm like sharing the wrong screen.
Can you give us the music?
Got it.
Kicks.
It's Friday, May 2nd. Welcome to the weather report, brought to you today by myself, Nick O'Neill, King of Crypto, best chess player around. I use the best openers. Looking over the crypto roundup, the majors chopped on the day with Bitcoin up slightly and just under 97K raised editing in real time. Ethereum over $1,800 and Solana at 150. Solana's been flat. A lot of people asking why. Over the past 24 hours, equities have completed their post-Liberation Day rally with major indexes, including the NASDAQ and S&P 500, returning to pre-April 2nd levels. Markets are up. Is that really how we're describing this now? Who wrote this shit? Markets are up about 0.5% across the board in pre-market trading. Next up, Michael Saylor's strategy made waves as it announced plans to raise an additional $84 billion to buy Bitcoin. A lot of people saying this is a Ponzi scheme and Michael Saylor's going down hard. They also released their Q1 financial results, highlighted by 13% yield on Bitcoin with targets to achieve 20% yield over the course of 2025. This kick's steadily increasing the volume of this music. Finally, Tether made a big splash as they posted over $1 billion in revenue in Q1. They also announced plans to launch a U.S.-based stablecoin as soon as this year. Despite the news, USDT is even on the day, still sitting at $1. Hilarious joke from Ray there. Also, big news that Ray missed, did not cover, but did come out via the Choose Rich Live mobile app notification this morning. Ripple upping their bid from $5 billion to $20 billion to acquire Circle. They're taking this seriously. What's XRP's price action on the day there, Ray?
Excellent weather report as always.
What's the price action? Can you give me the number?
We got Ripple down 1.18% on the 24 hour.
It's up 0.19% right now, but on the weekly, it's not looking so strong. If they acquire this, does this send XRP to $1?
XRP is already over $2.
Okay. You get to make the joke, but I don't.
You said send XRP to $1.
I was comparing it to a stable coin. That's the joke. If I need to explain it,
you're reversed.
Get it through your thick skull there, Ray, who's not willing to share his opener.
When you say send it to $1, you normally don't talk about sending as like dividing by 2.2.
It was a joke.
Does it crash to $1?
Give me the name of one opener that you use, huh? You play the Sicilian?
Oh, I remember the Sicilian.
Ray has the chess book, but doesn't even know the names of chess openers. Name one other chess opener.
I'm gonna play you in chess. You're gonna be getting to the point where we're gonna be playing chess against each other. I'm just gonna wipe the floor with you.
Name one other chess opener.
I don't need opener names. I'm a vibe chess player. You read the book, you ingrain the knowledge in your head. It becomes muscle memory. And then you don't even need the openers. You just play off vibes.
All right. Let's dive into this show.
Okay.
I'm sorry you weren't added to the document. I'll make sure that Ray takes care of that next time. We're gonna have a private conversation offline.
He's on the document.
Oh, he is clearly on couldn't access it.
He's in. He definitely access it. Definitely access.
Next, okay. We don't need to talk about administrative things, Ray. God, you're getting hung up on it.
You're the one who brought it up. Okay. Anyway, Nick, I want to put you on the spot here. Did you go on Boop yesterday? Are you able to claim Boop token?
No.
You weren't able to claim any?
0.
Damn. I thought you had movement. No movement?
Okay. Not throwing shade, counter shade, kicks. How much could you claim?
Yeah, kicks. Were you able to claim?
I haven't even tried.
So, Nick, did you attach your Twitter to check?
I did.
Did you try it a couple times? Because my first mine showed nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the name of the site?
Boop.fun.
So you had to go through it again?
Yeah, like I disconnected and reconnected, and like it popped up one time. I was only able to claim 4,000. I'm a small little guy here, little shrimp.
I had 0. That was the. Oh, hold on one second. Shields are up on Brave.
Up. Is there a Brave issue?
No, I literally can't even load the site. Are you able to load boop.fun?
I'm not either. So, issue there. So we saw a number of big influencers, including our very own Easy, allocated 700,000 Boop tokens in the top tier. 25 people were allocated, or like there were like 25 slots of allocation for 700,000 tokens. At current valuation, that's a little over $200,000 of value that they're basically being offered here on the Boop token. Anyone who's not familiar is joining us today. We talked about this on the show yesterday. Boop was launching their launchpad on Solana. It's a meme coin launchpad with incentives. Essentially, the incentive structure works as follows. Like you can stake Boop token, which we're looking at on screen right now, and you earn a piece of all tokens that graduate on the platform. You also earn like lifetime fees on the site as well. People who launch tokens get like fees in perpetuity from the trading on the token. But there's this airdrop mechanic that came out. So it's based on wallet history and like Twitter reach with Kaido. They basically partner with to figure out Twitter reach. And they bucketed everybody into different tiers. And the top tier of influencers on the timeline in terms of coin, like meme coin trading, had an allocation of 700,000 Boop tokens. And like we said, that's over like $200,000 worth of value right now. The catch is that they were locked up unless you launched a token. So if you didn't launch your own token, you couldn't claim these. So once you launch a token, there's different vesting. Like you get, if you don't do anything, you just launch a token and leave it be, you'll get your Boop token in 30 days. If you hit different stretch goals with your token, then you get quicker unlocks, up to an instant unlock. So you launch a token, it graduates, it takes off 5 days. If it gets to 1 million, it takes off another 5. Eventually, if it gets to $5 million market cap, it freed up your token unlock instantly. You saw this happen yesterday with Cyrus. He launched a token called Scared. Essentially, it one-wicked to $6 million market cap, and he ended up unlocking the airdrop. So he basically, how he did this is he bought 50% of the supply pre-bonding, and then I'm assuming he like injected more cash into it to get it to wick over 6 mil, sold off, and then basically said, okay, I did it. Give me my token, Stingaling. And since then he's received them, and I think he's been aggressively selling. We saw some other major influencers do the same thing. We saw Bold Leonidas. He was struggling with the idea on the timeline of launching his own token. He didn't really like the idea of launching a token, but eventually like Kobe convinced him to. He launched a token as well on Boop that basically just is essentially just says nothing. It says like it's like art that says like I'm launching this token solely to unlock my airdrop. I will never do anything to support this token, never mention it again, don't buy it, etc. And we're seeing this like kind of same language being used by a lot of people when launching these tokens. I would love to hear like your guys' overall thoughts on this platform and like this weird mechanic of having to launch tokens and like people dodging around like the actual launching of a token by like including all this disclaimer stuff. I would love to hear like your general take on this, Kicks.
I don't know, man. I guess it's different. I don't really have a deep take on Boop. Another launch pad on Solana.
Nick, do you have any thoughts?
I do, Ray. Very nuanced thoughts here. So glad that you zoomed in on me for this one. You know, the Boop Fund highlights a fundamental dynamic within the meme coin market, one of an evolutionary sort of dynamic where we've evolved from early last year. Sorry.
When you start a sentence and don't know where you're going.
Basically, so the situation here is people get to unlock Boop. I was feeling FOMO. I was jealous of Easy, who texted me that he can get $200,000 for launching a token. So I immediately raced to Boop to find out how much do I get. The fact that you're saying that there was a possibility of showing up here makes me very excited.
What's the website?
Boop.fun/airdrop.
People are like, oh my God, I have to drop a token in order for this to happen. Why don't we all get together, pump the tokens to the minimum required threshold, and then fucking get our airdrops? I don't understand. Why isn't there like a cohort of people just doing this?
Well, I mean, it requires like there's going to be lost capital because like then it becomes a game of who's like profiting on it or not. Like, because if you have a bunch of people pulling money into a token, it's like everyone in, who's out first. Like you do it in some organized fashion where you basically write a script that's like in and out on the same block, essentially. Like, is there a requirement by them that it has to sit at a market cap for at least 1 30-second tick? I'm not sure. So there might be some things here. I launched a token. I didn't talk about it. I didn't mention it. Like, I don't care. I just started the unlock clock. That's all I did.
Well, there we go.
Simple as that. Needed to do. I mean, I guess it does show up on your on the leaderboard, like for the social leaderboard, so you essentially can see like who launched tokens. I'm gonna stop sharing because it's gonna take a while. Their site's pretty slow, but I mean, I don't care. It's just a token for fun, essentially.
I don't know. I mean, this whole thing. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this nonsense, basically. This just bullshit token stuff. Like, what's the value being added here? Talk to me about the value.
Oh, wow. DB launched one. That's interesting. That the news
DB?
account. Yeah. AIXBT launched one. Cyrus's. Board Elon Musk. Bold Leonidas.
It says I get nothing.
I highly doubt that can be the case.
That's what it says.
Maybe try Chrome.
Are we being serious right now?
Kind of. kind of serious.
It literally says I get 0.
Okay. Mine said that too, for the record.
How many times did you reconnect?
I don't know. I did like.
Oh, I got it. I got it. $141,000.
See, you're welcome. I just made you $50,000 this morning with a little bit of a hack that you wouldn't have known.
What?
I'll,
So what was the hack?
The hack is just connect your Twitter a couple times.
Keep refreshing. $140,000.
Yeah, you gonna launch a cult live here?
I mean, what's the downside of doing that?
There's another ticker attached to your name.
Okay, but I'm just trying to farm an airdrop.
Yep. So, did you do it in Chrome?
No, I did it in Brave.
Okay. Launch it. No one will care in a couple hours. He's rich now. People are excited. $141,000.
When do I get the money?
30 days.
But I thought I can accelerate the timeline.
You can if it gets to a certain market cap.
So what market cap do I need to be at?
5 mil unlocks it immediately.
5 mil is instant unlock in my wallet.
Correct.
And so who's done that so far?
Cyrus. I'm not sure if Powell got there. Here's the, I'm gonna find like the actual breakdown, because once you launch it, it pulls up a breakdown of like what you have to clear. And there's a good screenshot of it on Cyrus's page, so I can show you like the different milestones, because it takes off 5 days every time you hit one of these. And here it is. I think it's 200K is the minimum. That'll take off 5 days. 500K takes off another 5 days. 1.25 mil takes off another 5 days. 5 million is the final 5 days. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 day lockup. You get 10 days off for just graduating it. It costs about 30 Solana to graduate a token instantly.
So how many buys does it need to have for the market cap to hit 5 million?
I don't know. I personally don't know that number, how much buy pressure it takes to do that. Yeah, I think this is what Cyrus is. So he bought half of the token on his wallet, and it instantly graduated it essentially. And then he burned it. So he basically threw 31 Solana into the garbage to accelerate his unlock. And then I have to imagine he had some sort of market making, whether it was himself or somebody else, lined up to send it to 6 mil. I can't imagine that token ran to 6 mil and then just hit the peak and then came back down on its own merit. So I think it's something where you need to do the math if you're trying to do this and figure out is it going to cost me 50K to get this unlocked immediately? There might be an easy way to arb into something like that. But you have to be careful with this too, because if you launch a token and it's running to multiple millions, you're gonna have people FOMOing in and getting basically dunked on with you or whatever market maker you would potentially be using to pump it to that price. So there's a lot of mechanics, and it does go kind of deep on how exactly you would run something like this.
So did Cyrus get his full unlock though?
Yeah, I mean, he's been talking about aggressively selling it on the timeline. I don't know if you ever announced I got my full unlock. I mean, you can hit him up. I can hit him up and see what he says, but I
mean, can I go put $100,000 in right now and get $150,000?
Maybe. I think that's what I'm saying. You need to do the math. T-word. I think it said 20 million, and then I think they changed it back to 5 million.
Yeah.
I'm not positive though. I know they were talking about it. Did they actually leave it at 20 million? Because they were talking basically he got his full unlock from Dingling. They were literally showed a screenshot of him and Dingling talking about it. So
everyone's the problem here is that people are going to FOMO in and get wrecked. Are they? And if they do that, isn't that on their own accord? And if you're saying that I'm just going to dump all the liquidity, all the Boop token that I end up winning or earning from this, and I'll burn all the tokens that I buy of my own, I'll go buy $50,000 worth of this right now. I launch the token, I buy 50K, I burn 50K, and then that accelerates to unlock.
I'm looking at my token. It's still at $5 million, not 20 mil. So
And
you just have to do the math on whatever gets the token to 5 million.
But is there like different sizes? Because like I know like the big dogs, there's a bigger size, right?
Yeah. So
Or is it
Nick
the
has a
same across the board?
400,000 token. I think that's tier 2. Easy was tier 1 at 700,000. So Nick gets, if he unlocks it right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying like do the tier 1s have to like get a higher market cap to unlock?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I only got 20,000. I'm tier 5, dude. I'm kind of washed out.
More than 4,000 for me. That's still, I mean, 20,000 is still what, 6K, 7K?
7K.
It's not bad.
I'm long Fright Technologies, by the way.
really?
Yeah.
How's it doing so far?
It's opened. It's up a little bit, up 10% off pre-market. $3.43.
Let's go down to the 1 minute. You're on the 1 hour, bro. You need the 1 minute.
What about the 1 second? I'm gonna need to charge you guys for TradingView Pro, so I can go down to the 1 second chart for situations like this.
So I'm still stuck on this. I'm texting with Easy about it. He's saying, I feel a bit dirty pumping my own coin to 5 million. There has to be some legalities behind literally running your own pump and dump. But I'm saying it's not a pump and dump because I'm burning my tokens. So like I'm not taking liquidity out of my own token. Instead, I'm actually reducing liquidity of the token. So I'm helping the holders that end up buying the token, right? Then you end up getting this unlock of these other tokens.
Right. So essentially you're saying you would buy and burn. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's different like ways to do it. Like there's different levels of like scamminess. Buying, burning everything you buy, not using any market makers, and doing the math on that ARB is probably like the least scammy way to do it.
That's what I'm proposing.
Yeah, right. But you have to do the math. You have to do the math.
How much are you in for? 25 grand?
On what?
On this scheme that I'm plotting.
Nah, I'm out, man.
Fuck it, we'll do fraud live. Record it in live.
Is it fraud?
I don't know.
It's not. You're exploiting. You're taking the liquidity out of the Boop token.
Right. You're pulling liquidity from the Boop token.
And as Mr. Yellow saying is helping the holders. I'm giving the money. I'm putting the liquidity into my own token. So I'm saying this would be the most substantial token launch that any of us have like actually done, in the sense that we put that money into the token on the liquidity side.
Yeah, I think you need to be careful too. I guess not.
For what?
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, you're gonna have to spend X amount of money to push it to a certain market cap. If you get sniped out of it after it graduates by other people, fine. That's less liquidity you need to put in, I suppose. Because they essentially know that your money is going into that. So anyone who like buys your token, snipes it post graduation, knows that you're going to be putting in X amount of money.
Give me early contract address. That was someone talking about it. I was talking with a journalist yesterday who's trying to find out who launched the Trump token. I said, well, it's now infinitely harder to find the person who launched the actual token. And I also was like, everyone's like talking about how, remember how when Hayden got exposed for everything with what was the token? The Argentinian token, Libra. When they launched Libra token, and like everyone was like, all these influencers are pieces of shit for getting early access to these tokens. Isn't and I'm thinking in my head, wasn't all that anybody wanted was early contract address? Like, yeah. I don't understand. Like, everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's disgusting. Give me access."
Yeah, why are they? It's why are they making money and not me making money? It's okay if I have early contract address, but because someone else does, that's insider trading. So like, yeah, that's how it works.
The thing that's dirty is if you pump and dump it. The pump and dump is to me the biggest like illegal thing. But what I'm saying is Cyrus went and bought his token, burned the tokens, and then
Well,
what?
so he bought 50% of the tokens at migration. I don't think that sent it to 6 million. So 31 Sol, he bought 50% of the token. He burned 50% of the token. I don't know what happened post migration in that first few blocks to send it to 6 million. I don't think 31 Solana sends something to 6 million. So at some point, there is big buys up just above the peak and then sells all the way down.
So it's fully dumped now?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So like it wasn't just like that
Yeah, but
wasn't the scenario where
it's the
he
11th
bought
biggest
it up
token
and
right
then
now.
sold and then burned it. He bought it up and probably like I'm not saying he did this, but I'm saying if he was somebody who bought it up, he also would have had to sell it on the way back down.
There has to be some amount that's worthwhile buying here where it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the math personally because I'm not like market making, and I'm sure that somebody like we could find you somebody to do the math. But here's the early token. It spiked just over 6 million and then sold off. If it spiked up here and you just burned the tokens, it would level off somewhere above it, you know?
No.
The fact that it spiked and dropped all the way back down within 15 minutes to 25K is
What you guys should have been doing is listening to Clemente a week ago when he said Chill Guy looks good, almost up 2x on that.
yeah, that's a good one.
Who is dat jumped in with a comment on my statement about influencers. He said the problem is they're acting like they're good traders, but they're making money getting insider info. Yeah, there's definitely problems with some of the people. There's also people who actively pump and dump, who don't disclose that they got tokens, got paid in tokens for those, pump that token, and then sell that token. That to me is actually illegal. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's not even like gray. I think it's black and white. That's illegal. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Tier 10K got their token to 22 million of volume. I mean, this thing's still active.
This one's just a DB token, DB cult.
Yeah. And it went as high as 7.6 million.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's different levels of like how you do it. Like you actually launch something, you're like, okay, well, this is one that is supported in somehow. Like maybe he's giving access to like his Telegram or something to this token. That's one way to do something like this. Wow, this one sat for a while before really pumping.
So why don't we do this? Like, why don't we launch this token?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I can give you a lot of reasons why you can't do it or like shouldn't do it.
Okay,
I think the most important thing is to figure out how much money it takes to take a token from $0 to $5 million market cap with and then being able to burn it and like what that cost is. That's an important number to figure out.
So here's a straightforward way of doing it. We can look at the total token volume. So if you look at this is actually very straightforward. Cook Capital launched one as well. If you look at Scared, so 24-hour volume is 6.8 million. The current market cap is 111,000. It pumped as high as what?
6 mil.
Okay. So pumped as high as over 6 mil.
We can look at the first minute volume, right?
What's that?
We can look at minute 1 volume.
Can you?
Divided by 2. You can do that.
How do you view the volume on that candle?
$1.5 million worth of volume on the first minute.
1.5 mil.
1.035 mil.
1.035.
Yeah.
So you need $1 million of volume. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the amount required to buy. Because also on that candle, it went up 50, it pulled back 50%.
3.4. There was, yeah. I don't know what the buy and sell volume is.
So it's got to be at least 50% of that. So $500,000.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I mean, this ran all the way up
So
to.
Sir Heavy Bags has lost money on every token that we've launched on
Just don't
this
buy
show.
it. Just don't buy it.
He'll do it again.
The AI XBT launched a token, right? On here?
Yeah.
Raheel at 200K.
Yep.
Dude, whoever AI XBT, let's be honest, is not AI. like it's not, it's a guy on an account.
You don't think AI claimed it?
No.
The AI token was like, what's
the
this?
AI like went around like disconnected, reconnected to the AI to the website to do the claim. No, it's some guy who created this token is the one doing all the claims for AI XBT.
You're telling me that AI XBT didn't claim his own Kaido airdrop too?
You're telling me the AI in the browser, everyone's like, yeah, no, clearly like this AI is like totally evolved. Like this is the best AI that's ever been developed. Like this is such a scam. 99% of all those AI tokens is some guy.
The purple frog literally logged in and created a token to claim his airdrop.
Yeah.
Boop terminal access exists. Interesting developments ahead. Oh, okay. So they're gonna give like terminal access, maybe with this token. Interesting.
What are you talking about?
So like the big drive of the of AI XBT early at least, or like which like really caused peak FOMO was like it was moving markets with its tweets sometimes, and you could have early access to its tweets via the AI XBT terminal. And you can also ask it questions on its datasets and stuff like that. So that cost like a certain amount of AI XBT token, which was like in the hundreds of thousands of dollars during the AI bull run. So maybe they're saying like this token will potentially provide that utility. That's the other thing that like I think we're going to see here. Like people who don't have a token that have use cases could potentially create like fringe use cases around.
Oh my God. Sir Heavy Bags brought up Backpack Monkey. I forgot about that.
Oh, Backpack Monkey was excellent.
What was Keyman?
That was you weren't here for this one. PO was going off on Keyman Risk for something. I think we released like a Michael Saylor coin on the show.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna do it.
It's a lot. You're gonna spend all day trying to figure out how to make it happen. And I mean, at bare minimum, just launch something that unlocks it in 30 days. And just don't put any money into it. Don't buy it. Don't because like I launched my token. I didn't buy any initial supply. Nobody's bought it. I mean, also,
you launched it?
I launched a token. Nobody's bought it. Nobody sold it. I'm not saying the ticker. I don't care. I just launched a random token to get airdrop in 30 days.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So I can just create the token but not talk about it.
Exactly. And then in the token, just do what everyone's doing it. They're like basically saying like nothing about it. And like Bold Leonidas did it to like I said, he did the whole like the artwork for his token is that like Kobe post. I'm gonna try to open up in a.
Okay, so it says let's start your cult. So what do I name the token, Ray?
Like do not buy airdrop claim.
Do not buy.
Well, I think you need to put more thought into this because if you actually do want to try to, I mean, either
Ray,
way,
couldn't they have found your display based on your Twitter?
Yeah, I'm just not big enough.
Ah, gotcha.
So I mean, I just don't care.
So Duke is Kook Capital's one. He's doing all right, actually. Someone took my photo and put it on there. They took my photo that I tweeted yesterday. Are you kidding me?
Which photo?
23 seconds ago. Newly launched. That's not me. I didn't create that token. And I'm not trading it.
Wait, that's really funny.
Someone already sold. They bought and sold. Oh my God. I'm not. This is ridiculous, dude. That's not my tick.
Yeah, just to be clear, this isn't Nick's, but I just can't not show this picture of Nick as a kid. It seems
I
like
mean,
there's decent action here in terms of token launches. Like 5 more have launched since Nick mentioned that. These are all new launches here.
okay. So what would be, so what's the problem here? So you're saying it sounds like I need to launch a token to claim the airdrop.
Period. Yeah. So I started that clock ASAP because it's a 30-day clock and you're going to have people rush to dump on each other. Worthless.
Interesting. I got an idea.
This token was created for the purpose of claiming an airdrop. It has no value and the token is worthless. The creator makes no promise or guarantees. Buy at your own risk. Good luck. Have fun. But I guess I'm saying we're getting all these, like, here's another one. Do not buy from Cybele.eth. Do not buy. I just want to claim my airdrop. The token has no purposes. I won't show it. You will lose money if you buy this. Don't buy.
So if you buy 50%, it costs 30 SOL.
Yep. So you shave 5 days off graduate or 10 days off unlock if you do that, I believe.
Okay.
So if you're shaving 10 days off, is it worth $3,000 in price appreciation?
$4,500 right now is the risk if I buy 50% of that token. So why wouldn't I do this? I don't understand. So I'm ahead of other people as a result of that. I buy 30 SOL worth of this token, which is 50% of the supply. And I just dump the fucking. I burn all the token. What's the problem here?
Well, the problem is here that math might not math if this token launchpad dies out and boop drops below a certain price threshold.
Isn't 4K worth the risk? Like, isn't this the same as me going into
Well, I mean, it's not worth it's like the 10-day risk. Like, are you going to, is that 4K going to be a difference between 30 days and 20 days from now? Because it gives you essentially a 10-day head start.
Well, so that's a good start, right?
Yeah.
Why did you not buy and burn a bunch of yours?
No. I'm only getting 4,000 boop tokens.
Okay.
So I just launched it to just, in 30 days, I'm going to collect whatever this token's worth. It's just free money that I had to click a button. I didn't have to connect my wallet. I didn't have to do a transaction, etc.
I don't know. I'm thinking of putting 30 SOL in. You guys keep talking about other stuff.
Kicks. It does not seem like you're interested at all about this. What are you looking at right now in the market? Are you building? Are you looking at the AI sector still? We have seen some solid movement out of virtuals, continued strength there. Like what's been on your mind?
I'm still chilling, just working. Got my positions, got my cash. Haven't made any moves, but I am working on my trading strategy going forward. So got a spreadsheet going, gonna be tracking it all. So I'm super excited for that. But nope, haven't been making any big moves whatsoever. But I am happy prices going up.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I spent most of yesterday looking for a runner on the Boop ecosystem.
Did you get one?
No, nothing for me. I thought about Boop on the dip. I was kind of like targeting 100 mil though. It only got down to 170 before going back up to 350. So there was a clean 2x there if you're paying attention. I was turned off because like the platform wasn't working. Like it was like shit. And I was like, is this because it's just overloaded right now, or because like there's issues? Like, because I couldn't like find a good way to track like how much actual like volume was going into the platform. And like, so like the platform seemed kind of bad, and I was like, okay, maybe we pull back down to this like 120 level here on the 0.86 fib, and we just call it the 786 and sent from there. So I didn't get in at 170 where it kind of bottomed. I was looking more closer to 100. So FOMO there, but you live and you learn, I suppose. This actually touched 500 mil overnight, which is crazy. 35 cents currently. To put it like substantially as one of the higher market cap launch pads out there. And I'm curious to see like what's going on with this market cap and FTV, because essentially they're giving away like I think 1 billion tokens per day to traders.
Boop is?
Yeah.
For trading on the launch pad.
Yeah, and like for pre-migration trading, post-migration trading. Sorry, 1 million tokens every day.
So am I going to get boop if does trading include buying early tokens?
1 million boop shared by 180 Colts and their leaders. Graduating Colts only. So yeah, if you have a graduated Colt, you'll get a piece of that.
Doesn't it instantly graduate if I buy 50% of it?
I think no matter what happens with your coin, it's probably going to graduate pretty quickly. It's just a matter of like you want to hold the supply or not. Maybe not though.
No, I'm going to burn it, but I'm wondering if I want to make a $4,500 bet.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if I'm in your. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm going to make back the 4,500?
I mean, you're basically just betting it. So you have 400,000 tokens. I mean, the math's simple, right? Does the price of Boop change? What is that? 100? What am I doing here math-wise?
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to figure out how much the price of Boop needs to change between day 20 and day 30 for that $4,000 to make sense.
What's the rate? Like, how much do we know it's not going to zero? Right. So where are we at right now? Like what if I get how many boop am I getting?
400,000.
Okay, and the current price of boop is what?
35 cents.
Boop. And the market cap and it's up on the day.
Yeah.
So let's say this pulls back 80%. How much do I get of an airdrop?
So 0.2 would be 7 cents. 7 cents would be 28K.
Okay. What if it goes back? So, I mean, we're at a place where it could go back 90% and I make money on this.
It goes down 80% in the next 2 weeks. It's at 28K. You can unlock it in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Does that make much of a difference? So will it go from 28K to 20K? Like, does that 10 days give you a better chance of, like, it's not, will it 4K be worth it or not? Like, you could just launch a coin for nothing is what I'm saying. Putting in the 31 SOL basically guarantees graduation and gives you 10 days off. So is that 10 days worth 4K is what I'm saying. Not like, is the whole strategy worth 4K? Wolfie. Nick's launched a coin before. He will launch one for this.
So Duke, well, he launched a website also. The upside down meme token.
I'm adding your screen. It's Boop upside down.
I mean, this is pretty easy. So how do you do Duke sideways? I don't know. We'll have to see whether I
Today's
do this.
show sponsored by Nick's Coin.
We'll have to see if I do it.
I mean, you're gonna do it. It's just a matter of how you do it. I think is the case. You're not turning away free 20-some K with a 90% drawdown for just clicking a button and not doing anything else.
So I should spend the $4,500, right?
Again, it comes down to the premise. You can just launch it and not buy anything and get your airdrop in 30 days. Spending the $4,000, you're saying, okay, getting it on day 20 is worth $4,000 more than getting it on day 30.
It probably is.
Maybe. Or maybe
Right.
the forced hold for those extra 10 days, it goes up in price. And you spent $4,000, dumped it, and like there's some stuff that could happen there. Could be a bullish unlock after 30 days when people don't rush to sell. Who knows?
Someone said, dude, I hope you're joking. There's some good replies. Like, with Rasmer, do I launch?
Oh, you did launch it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, did somebody make up a scam account? Somebody made a scam account. Hey, anyone who's listening, don't buy that token. Somebody tried to make a Nick scam account, taking advantage of the situation.
Where? How did they do that? What?
They have choose rich with an L instead of the I in rich. And they launched a coin on it. And it's odd because it gives you like a check mark. I feel like this is a feedback point for Boot.
What?
It looks really official. Like it really does look official at first glance. But like there's somebody out there. Just be careful. Yeah.
Well, this was riveting.
What do you want to talk about? What are you trading right now?
No, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go. I gotta go brush my teeth. I gotta go grind some things out today. Big Friday for me.
Thanks for joining Kicks and sitting through me working through scenarios with Nick trying to figure out how to claim his money. I could feel just the pain emanating from your screen the entire time, and I think the audience felt it as well. They're like, Kicks is sitting here suffering through this. What a miserable end.
I want to apologize, Kicks.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just
I want to apologize, dude. This is me talking.
Just send
to
me
you.
some Saratoga water, dude. We'll be
I'm
fine.
sorry. Well, I only drink
San Pellegrino.
Pellegrino.
Classy man.
Well, Kicks, thank you so much for joining all week while the team's been in Dubai, and it's been great to see you much more, Nick, as
Likewise.
well. We're wrapping up an awesome week here. Thank you all for tuning in on Spaces YouTube. Give us some love, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a retweet. If you
Hold on,
have
are we launching before we wrap, or what are we doing?
I think you need to put more thought into it.
All right.
I don't think it's something you want to do like haphazardly and then have people scamming. So like if you're listening, go in the Bodoggers Discord. Maybe we'll talk about it beforehand. I don't know if we will or not.
That's what I'll do. I'll go talk with the Bodoggos Discord about it.
Yeah. So if you don't own a Bodoggo, buy one on Tensor.trade/Bodoggos. You can join and see what's going on there. Thank you all for listening. It's been a wonderful week. We've had a ton of fun. We do this podcast Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. Watch us back on YouTube. See us launching coins via the UI live on screen. You get a little extra charting action as well. Everybody, have a good weekend. We'll catch you next week.